Hey, this is Full Game Prometheus giving you another full game live recap. Going to be going against a player that, according to the regs, he is ranked 722 in the nation. He has a lot of games underneath his belt. I think almost 900 games he's played. And it's surprising on how rankings don't necessarily mean that you always have you're going against the best players. Rankings sometimes are subjective, but I'd have to say this guy knows what he's doing. He doesn't use a lot of the meta stuff that's getting used online. And he, his defense was not necessarily the best defense. I didn't see him doing anything that a lot of the pro players use. So this guy just really grinds it out and just does his own thing. So right here, I'm actually jumping back into this gameplay and using some of the older schemes that I've been using. I actually was coming off of just a six game losing streak, experimenting with other teams, teams like the Giants, also using the Steelers, and I just couldn't win with either one of the two teams. Giants in particular, I'd always turn over the ball. Regardless of whether I was actually, whatever I was doing, I would throw a bad pass, the pass would get picked off, or vice versa. I'd actually just have a fumble by the quarterback, and it seemed like as I was getting closer to the end zone, something always bad happened to me. So just out of curiosity, I just want to know down in the comments, guys, is there any particular teams in the regs that you use that you just struggle to win with? It's like one of the most difficult things for you to get a win with. Because I played with the Dolphins, which is not necessarily the best team, but I was able to go ahead and pick up a victory with them. But Giants are just terrible team. On paper, they look like a good team, but I struggle to win with them. So I'm down in the red zone over here. I just go ahead and hit the running back underneath, get the ball down to the 6-yard line. And right here, I'm just going to hit him with a stretch. He's actually bunching everybody up in the inside and be able to go to get a nice little seal block off with Chubb and get the ball into the end zone. So 4 minutes and 21 seconds. I'm trying to set up my defense against this guy. I like to run a lot of quarters defense to use deep hard flats. I didn't get all my adjustments set up quickly, so essentially what I did is I actually just went into a man coverage, get a deflection right there, go ahead and snap the ball down. But you can see he actually passes to the inside seam with that. Now he comes back to a dagger concept off to the right and actually hits the in route. So quickly I've actually learned that this guy likes to do a lot of in routes, and he runs a lot of plays stock. He's got levels, throws the in route on the outside in route on the back side that actually got cleared out and actually played against my zones. Now he goes into an ace formation, and I think this is just an inside. You got mesh concept inside, and then you have either a post or an in route on the other side. So you can see he keeps popping people off to the right, off to the right, off to the right. And right here, I actually picked him off. I anticipated him to throw another in because he threw that multiple different occasions. You can see right here, I'm just sitting right there in the middle, and I see the in route, and I actually go ahead and just bait him. So I gotta admit, that was a pretty good bait. I really bait people on defense, and that was just a good, just anticipation. So he'll change up his offensive scheme a little bit, where it becomes a little bit more difficult. But he kept basically coming back to the inside routes, those ins, those dig routes, those post routes. So right here, go back to the run. He gets a nice little block shot. I actually missed my block right there. That could have been a bigger run than it is. I go into an empty step formation, whip up hunt on the backside. Right here, looking for a release, actually audible to an out. Hit the out, no defenders out there. That's the one thing with the Buccaneers. Their defense is not the best defense. It's not like the Packers, where their guys just really react well to the passes. So right here, go with a route, hit a little out route. He has nobody in the area. I'm just going to go and pop at it. So if he's going to give me 10 yards right here, here's a play that I missed the read off the sideline. If you watch the sideline, he got free, but I actually went to the money route over the middle, and his user was in there. So fortunately for me, that ball did not get picked off. Come back, a 2nd and 10 situation, got an underneath route. The drag by the tight end is wide open. That's one thing that's good about that play, is that drag by the tight end is always wide open. And right here, I make an adjustment on this. I actually do a streak with the tight end, and he is not user that. I'm able to go and pick that, hit that for a touchdown right up the middle. So up 14-0 against this guy that's ranked, 722 in the nation. base on us. So this guy ran a fairly simple scheme. He ran slants, inside routes, and then he actually hit me with corners on the outside. So 10 minutes, or basically a minute left. He's got a spread formation, and right here he has a corner route. He actually hits that perfectly. I don't have one defender out there to play two players, so that was a good read. Back at it again. Now I've got some zones. I've got some floods underneath. He actually throws right into coverage. My defenders do not react to that correctly. So that actually was probably the best defense for me to run, but I'm actually right here. I'm just putting everybody back in the coverages because he's using that. Hits me right in the middle. That was my user territory. That's a problem with the way I was running my defense. I was trying to put a lot of underneath zones, but that leaves the deep seams for me to defend both sides, and it's just very difficult for me to do this. And then here's a really good play. This is a stock play that he ran against me out of that. It's the ace bunch base formation, and it's a good play to run down in the end zone. So basically I'm up 14-7, but he's getting the ball in the second half, and he's shown to be very proficient on offense. Right here he does a motion play, and he's running in stock, hits the corner route that got cleared up by the other guys, and I just my corners, my flat and my corner flats are basically playing pretty good big depth, so he was able to go and clip the inside, and I didn't necessarily want to drop that. Here's one of the few bad reads outside of the user pick that I made, where he actually threw in the coverage. So I'm just trying to mix things up a little bit. I've got a little spy over the middle to play that. The guy does not hit the other side, so he's able to hit me with slants and flats. So this guy he simplifies his offense as much as possible. So, you know, playing 900 games, being ranked 722 in the nation, he would just snap his play. He'd run pretty much all the plays stock. This is a really good play, I think. I actually put some yellow zones over the middle. He's got a cross, flat route by this running back, and it was just a perfect call. He didn't show me anything from the running back previously. He's been using the outside, either hitting slants or outside outs. Right here, back to the outside. What I did with that particular defense is I actually changed it up. I didn't have any time over the top coverage. I put a bunch of yellow zones in the area, so I exposed myself over the top. So 2nd and 22 situation, jump into a man coverage right here. Have to take away the run, but he likes to throw the inside to get a nice little deflection right there in that situation. So now feeling really good. I'm going to stay with this man coverage. 2nd and 22, make sure he can't hit me over the top. And look at this play right here. He throws into double coverage, and Evans comes down with it with a tough catch. So that's what happens when you have those elite wide receivers, is they're going to come down with those catches and make plays for you. So he's got 4 wide receivers off the left. I've got to move my guys over here. I'm going to go bunch up the line and protect against the run, even though this guy never ran. But you can see the inside presence with this wide receiver, with Evans, was that my defender was not on the inside, and he gave up an actual easy completion. So now he goes into a doubles formation, single back doubles, hits me with the basic slants, and I have to kind of choose my poison, and he actually picks the backside. So this guy's definitely ran this play enough. Now, 56 seconds left, scores tied 14-14. I'm just going to try to grind the ball as much as possible, try to take this clock down as much as possible. So inside, basically inside the 40 seconds in the first half, hit him with a screen. His user was in the area, but I don't really make a good hold that block very well. 3rd and 5 situation. Gonna motion my guys over right here. I didn't want to give him a chance to set up his defense. I've got a whip route by Beckham on the backside. I've got an underneath route, but the whip is actually covered because in the previous time I ran this play, he got burnt by the tight end, so I was able to go and hit that whip route because there was just no defender in the area. So now I'm just going to try to chew the clock down as much as possible, go with a nice little run trap play. Chubb is just being a ping pong for me. He's just bouncing all over the place and getting some yards. Nice little inside zone, outside run, able to go and get a first down. I love how Chubb always falls forwards for yards, so that's always nice, especially when you need a first down. 1st and 10 situation, hit the little wheel route with Chubb, and now I'm getting into field goal range. So I'm going to start chewing the clock. If you look in the upper right-hand corner, you can see the clock's always down to like 5 seconds or so. And I'm just going to try to chew this clock down as much as possible, get inside a 2-minute warning, hopefully get a first down, and just chew this clock down against this guy, because I do not want to give him the ball back because of some of the plays he's gotten rid of. He knows his offense. This guy knows how to play. You can't play 900 games and not know how to move the ball effectively down the field. So right here, chewing the clock once again, taking it down to 5 seconds, 4 seconds, a minute, and 18 seconds left. Second and 4, able to pick up a first down. I could have took that ball into the end zone, but I don't want to give this guy an opportunity to get the ball back. So just chewing the clock down. He's not burning any timeout, so I don't understand why he didn't burn a timeout right here. In this type of situation, salvage some clock. He just lets me chew the clock down completely. So I think he just basically accepted his loss, and I get the ball down to the end zone. He actually does try to ice my kicker, but I'm so close. It's a 6-yard line, and I'm basically able to go ahead and put the ball through the end zone or through the uprights to get a score. So able to go ahead and capture a win. It was a much needed win. I actually was coming off a bad win streak. This guy did not run the ball at all. He was just a passer, and I think that was the difference. The difference basically comes down to that one takeaway, because this guy had a really good offense. He knew what he was doing. He was very simplistic with his offense. So once again, guys, thank you for your support. I'll be rolling out more gameplay. If you do like these type of videos, go ahead and smash that like button. I'll be rolling out more videos, gameplays for you for next time. Thanks a lot.